Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys once again about an amazing DLC concept. This time, it's actually a rally/racing DLC concept that I'd really like to share with you guys. So a few days ago, we covered a really epic tuner DLC. You guys really seemed to love that idea and that concept. You showed a ton of support on the video, which I thought was awesome. You also tweeted out at Rockstar, which I thought was really cool, showing your support for the idea. And who knows, it might reach one of the developers. It might reach someone that could say, hey, that's a great idea. Let's implement it in online. So I definitely recommend you doing those two things again. But this DLC concept was created by Lil Trainer 546 on the Grand Theft Auto 5 subreddit. I'll leave that link in the description if you want to check out the entire thing for yourself. It's pretty awesome, and this DLC concept features a bunch of stuff. I'll read you guys the description right now. It is the Rally DLC. It says, forget the road, take the dirt. This all-new DLC adds 13 new cars, 2 new helicopters, a new vehicle tuning shop, a new plane, 2 new race types, and new contact missions from Trevor Phillips. All right, so that's pretty exciting. Like I said, just reading the description makes me hyped for this DLC, and like I said, it's not even real. So that's really cool. We're getting, I believe, a total of 16 or 17 new vehicles in all, which would be a lot for a Rockstar DLC, but I still think that would be pretty awesome. A bunch of new races and more. But I'm sure you guys are really interested in the vehicles. All these rally variants can be purchased, and I think they're really awesome. So let's get into them. All right, so I'm just going to run you guys down the list. The first one is the Fukaru Pruzetta RX FTI, which the real-life variant is the Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Now, he has this price for $35,000. Now, the only thing I think is slightly off with this DLC concept is the pricing of the vehicles. You'll notice that they're all pretty cheap. I would imagine Rockstar would make them a little bit more expensive, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But that is the Subaru Impreza, so I think that would be awesome. He's also got another version of the Fukaru Pruzetta. This one is the Subaru Impreza WRX STI 5-door. This is essentially the hatchback version of that car, so I think that that would be pretty awesome. Those two vehicle styles and variants would be super epic, whether you wanted the 4-door one or the 5-door one. I think that'd be pretty cool. Up next, we've got the Karen Kuruma X, which is the Mitsubishi Lancer Revolution X. And wow, does this car look awesome. So he's got this priced at $37,000. I definitely see this being a favorite of a bunch of people, obviously because it's another kind of upgraded version of the Karen Kuruma, which of course came with the Heist update. Up next, we've got two Vapid vehicles. The first one being the Vapid Shindig, which is supposed to be the Ford Fiesta. You guys know what the Ford Fiesta looks like. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it would give a little bit different twist on the Vapid style vehicles that we have in the game. That one coming in at $28,000, followed by the Vapid Leader, which is the Ford Escort. Now, I didn't know which photo to show off. There were some newer, like 2015 versions, but I decided to show off kind of a more modest version because I think that's the one we would get in game. That's at $33,000. Up next is the Karen Cell, which is a version of the Toyota Ciela, and that's coming in at $27,000. I think this one would be a pretty cool car. The version I'm showing you guys right now is like a 2016 model. It looks pretty sleek, I'm not gonna lie, especially for a Toyota vehicle. So I can see that being a fan favorite of many if it was added into the game. The next is a really funny one. It's the Weenie Issy Townsman. Now, we already have a Weenie Issy in the game, which of course you guys might know as the Mini Cooper. However, this version is kind of like a sportier Mini Cooper version. The photo I'm showing right now, it's got that slick black wheels. Kind of looks to be a little bit of a sportier model, which I think would be cool, like a turbo Mini Cooper. I could see that being lots of fun. Followed up, we've got the Citrus D6, which was the Citroen C4. This is one of like the only cars I didn't recognize on this list. I'm not sure if it's like an international car or something like that. Something variant that I didn't recognize. It's again another like a 5-door hatchback car. Again, I apologize my lack of knowledge on this one, but it still does have a rather interesting look. Our next ride is the Obey Diaz, which is the Audi Quattro, coming in at $55,000. This is a pretty slick looking car, I'm not gonna lie. lie. I'm a fan of Audis in real life, and I'm also a fan of the Obey cars in game. So this would definitely make the list as one I wanted to check out. I know it would be on my list, especially as a rally car. As you can see the one right here with all the upgrades and modifications to it. You could just make this car so epic. Up next, we've got the Progeny FRC, which is the Scion FRS, coming in at $26,000. These are really nice cars in real life. I love the look of them. They're sleek. They're really, really ultra modern and cool. Obviously, you can see this one right here. This yellow one with the black wheels looks super slick. So again, that would be the Scion variant in game. I think that would look awesome. Following up with that, we are getting a modified version of a car we have in game, which is the Vapid Sadler Rex, which is the Ford F-150 Raptor, coming in at $44,000. This car is absolutely beautiful. As far as trucks go, this is certainly one of the ones I've wanted to see in the game. So this is an absolutely beautiful look. Followed by the Bravado Bison Mutinous, which is the Dodge Ram Rebel, coming in at $55,000. Again, very similar to the Ford F-150 Raptor. So that would be pretty cool. And finally, the last car is the Vapid Adderall, at $28,000. Now, he doesn't have a real-life make for that, so I can't provide a picture. So I'm not really sure what that would be based off of, but still, I think that's pretty cool. Let's move on to the helicopters that he would like to see in this update. The first one is the Bolocan Autogrowth. This one coming in at $350,000. He describes it as a lightweight, open cockpit helicopter. So if you can imagine one of those, that's kind of what it would look like. And the second one is the Joe Built UI, which comes in at $600,000, which is a Mosquito helicopter version. It's kind of like a open side, tiny Mosquito plane. I'll have an image on the screen so you can see what it looks like right there. I would imagine these would be lots of fun in GTA Online. Just being able to zip around the skies in one of these tiny little helicopters would be super cool. And finally, followed by the only plane, the Mammoth Airvan, which comes in at $700,000, which is the equivalent of the Cessna Caravan. This is a pretty cool airplane. Again, not sure how much I would be using this, but still pretty awesome. So as far as vehicles go, that is epic. That is a great list of cars. Lots of rally vehicles, lots of race cars that would be super awesome to have into the game. But let's move on to another big part of this update, which is the Going Faust Rally Tuning Company. Now, Going Faust Rally Tuning Company is going to be located in Blaine County, and you can bring any of the vehicles that were listed above, and you can make them into a rally car. Now, the package usually costs around $300,000 to $700,000, but you can upgrade so many parts like bumpers, suspensions, transmissions, blow-off valve. You can even change the drivetrain layout, whether you want it to be rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You can change the tires to get tough dirt tires. You could add a dashboard layout, spoilers. You can remove excess weight, turbocharge. You can remove the windows. You can change the headlights, the tail lights by making them LEDs or blacking them out. And the coolest part, new liveries. And speaking of liveries, we're going to switch gears for a bit, no pun intended, and talk about something that a user G-Tuned created. I'll also have his link in the description. He created what, in my opinion, is one of the coolest livery concepts ever. I'll show you guys a few images of what he's managed to create. You can check out the full video in the description. It's basically like a livery creator for Grand Theft Auto Online. You can see he's got a few cars in Benny's Original Motorworks right here, and he's making these like racing tuning style vehicles, and he's just making them awesome with like a few brush strokes, some designs, some logos and patterns on there. Those are the kind of liveries I'd like to see on vehicles in this racing update, and in some sort of, livery racing creator sometime down the line, hopefully if Rockstar ever decides to add something like that in the game. So a man can only dream, right? That was amazing, G-Tuned. Check out that full thing in the description as well. But let's get back onto this rally DLC, as we've got to talk about new rally races. So he's got two new race types. The first one is rally, which is of course an upgraded version of the one in game, and also cross country, which is like his rally race, except it doesn't use any trails. You just go where the ground takes you. So that is pretty awesome. He, of course, mentions new contact missions with Trevor to help get guns to his customers in fast time. Those would be pretty cool. And he also has a new wanted feature in a rally vehicle where the police will dispatch police coquettes and also police sand kings to chase after you. How cool would that be? So that pretty much wraps up this amazing DLC concept with vehicles, new races, obviously new contact missions and features. I think this would be absolutely amazing. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments section down below on what you think about this as well. Would you want to see some sort of DLC like this added into Grand Theft Auto Online in the future? Let me know in the comments section down below. Once again, if you'd like to see something like this added into the game, be sure to leave a like rating on the video, tweet it at Rockstar, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Grand Theft Auto 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.